Interesting stuff. So there's Holmes and Watson visiting the home of Nathan Garadeb. And then we read, just then, there was a knock on the door. It was John Garadeb.
What?
So everything's coming together. Strange that just as Holmes and Watson are visiting Nathan, who should show up but John Garadeb? Remember, John Garadeb is the one that Sherlock Holmes suspects is a...
liar.
Well, I was going to say he's an American.
Oh, okay.
But he's an American liar.
Right.
He's
Which
just a
is
guy
also
from
true.
America who we think is telling lies and maybe isn't who he really is.
就在这个时候呢，老先生呢，这个家门突然有人敲门，有敲门声，竟然就是这个上个月我们学到那个骗子 John Garadeb， 记得吗？就是那个他说他自己刚来英国不久，然后结果被福尔摩斯识破的那个骗子。
And
what does he want?
What does John say? What does he tell Nathan? It says he told Nathan, I found another man with our last name. Wow, so they were looking for another Garadeb. And then he says Howard Garadeb lives outside London. So there's a third Garadeb gentleman in England. At least we know that there's three. This Howard Garadeb, he lives a little far away because he lives outside London. That's right, outside London. Outside is a power word. It's spelled O-U-T-S-I-D-E. O-U-T...
S-I-D-E?
S-I-D-E, that's right, outside. Stick them together, you got this word outside. All right, outside, it's a preposition apparently, and it means not inside, okay? So if you're sitting in your living room, you are inside your home. If you open the door and walk out and look up and see sky and trees and birds, you're outside your home. That's about it, basically. If you want to play sports, your mom would say, don't play baseball inside. Go outside to the park, because she doesn't want you breaking things inside. She wants you breaking things outside. Anyways, it says the cat was sitting outside the door. It was waiting to go in. The cat was sitting outside the door. It was waiting to go in.
Outside 在这里是介系词，我们看到这个字前面几个字 O-U-T， 所以我们知道就是在什么之外的意思。另外，我们刚刚有讲到这个反义就是 inside 啦。那我们讲 outside， 比如说 outside Taiwan， 在台湾之外，或者是我们看到例句是 outside the door， 在门之外，所以这只小猫在门外等着要进去。另外 outside 呢，其实也可以当做副词，也就是本身就是在外面、在室外的意思。比如说一样，这个 the cat。我们也可以改成 The dog was waiting outside， 在这里呢就是副词形容 waiting， 在室外等。那回到故事呢，这个 John 呢，这个骗子就说这个告诉 Nathan 这个老先生说，我在这个伦敦外呢也找到另一个人也姓 Garadeb。Remember the mission？他们的工作呢就是要另外找到一个 Garadeb， 这样呢每个人 each of them will get $5 million.
That's right, but they're gonna have to travel a little bit. Remember, it said that this Harold, was it Harold Garadeb or Howard? Howard Garadeb, his home is outside London. So that's not a quick trip, just down the street. They'd probably have to travel by train or horse back then. They'd have to go quite a few miles to get to the outside part of London. So the article continues, and I think it's John Garadeb speaking again. He says, you'll need to take the train to meet him. There you go. They have to take the train to go outside of London. And then he says, here's your ticket. Wow, so he's already prepared some tickets for him. That's very nice of him. Remember, though, that Sherlock Holmes doesn't trust this guy. We'll find out more about that, but first we have our next word, power word, train. T-R-A-I-N, train. Choo-choo. Okay, what is a train? A train is basically a train. It's a train. It's the thing that goes from city to city on tracks and goes choo-choo, choo-choo. Well, they don't do that anymore. We have the high-speed train here in Taiwan. There's steam trains. There's all sorts of trains. But basically, you get a bunch of cars, which are about the length of a bus. You attach them all together. You put an engine, a motor at the front that pulls all that heavy stuff. You put it on steel tracks. Congratulations. You've built a train. probably cost a lot of money. But now people will travel on it, they will buy tickets on it, they will put all sorts of stuff on it, because trains are a great way to move lots of heavy things across the land quickly. For example, I'd like to buy a ticket for the next train to Taichung. I'd like to buy a ticket for the next train to Taichung. I think I'll take the high-speed train.
Train 就是火车啦，一般动词呢，我们会搭配像文章一样 take a train 搭火车，或者是呢 you travel by train 靠借由这个火车来移动旅行。那我们看到例句就是，我想要买下一班去台中的火车票。所以这个骗子 John 呢就跟这个老人家 Nathan 说，你得坐火车去，要去见这位 Howard Garrett， 而且呢他票都已经买好了 ，John even got tickets ready.
Wow, interesting. So they're ready to take the train, but of course, remember Nathan Garadeb, the man whose letter started this whole thing? The old man, he doesn't like to leave his home. It says, Nathan nervously told John, I never leave my home. Why don't you go instead? Well, he was nervous, so he maybe said, I never leave my home. Why don't you go instead? I'll stay here.
That's nervously talking.
Yes, exactly, because I'm doing it nervously, because that's our power word. N-E-R-V-O-U-S-L-Y. N-E-R-V-O-U-S-L-Y. Nervously. Now, of course, the L-Y on the end of nervously gives us a good clue that it's an adverb. But let's talk about just nervous without the L-Y. As an adjective, nervous means stressed out, worried about something. You have things on your mind and you don't feel comfortable. If you're nervous, it means something's coming up and you're a little bit afraid of it. You might not be running away going, but you're really not looking forward to it, like if you have a dentist appointment. Oh, they're going to hurt my teeth. Or if you have a big test and you haven't studied. Oh, I'm going to fail the test and my parents are going to be so upset. So if you're nervous, it means you're worried about something and it's affecting your mood and possibly even your body. But if we add the ly and make it an adverb, nervously just means how you're doing something. For example, in a police movie, if the bad guy answers the police's questions nervously, no, I didn't do it. No, I wasn't there. I was sleeping at home. Yeah, the police might think you're not telling the truth because you seem to be nervous or you are answering the questions nervously, in a nervous-like way. For example, the students waited nervously for their big test to begin. A lot of sweaty hands and upset stomachs. The students waited nervously for their big test to begin. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, I promise. Don't be nervous.
I won't be nervous.
You can read this without being nervous.
OK， 我们看到 nervously 是这个 ly 结尾，刚刚有提到 ly 结尾，我们大概就可以猜到是一个副词。那前面的 nervous 呢，就是紧张的，所以 nervously 就是紧张地的意思啦。所以呢，拿来形容后面的这个动词 told， 很紧张的告诉这个骗子 John 说，我从来没有离开家，所以我们可以看到例句还是学生很紧张的在等他们的大考开始。所以 Nathan 呢，他就很紧张，他说，我从来没有踏出家门。Why don't you go instead? 为什么不是你去就好？ That makes sense. Why did it have to be Nathan?
Well, that's a good point. I guess
Right?
maybe they have to see the person, but you're right. Nathan shouldn't have to go, and maybe if Sherlock Holmes goes for him, that would be okay. But John seems to have an answer for that. It says, John answered, he won't believe an American like me. Speaking about Howard Garrett, he won't believe an American like me, but he'll listen to another Englishman. You should go. Oh, he's saying, because I'm a foreigner with my funny accent, this guy might say, who are you? I don't know anyone in America. So John is telling Nathan, no, you should go because you're an Englishman. You're someone like him. You speak the same or look the same. You won't make him nervous. That's why you should go. John is afraid that this other man wouldn't believe him. All right, believe is spelled B-E-L-I-E-V-E, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Believe is a verb. Basically, if someone tells you something and you think it is the truth, you believe that person. If someone tells you something and you think it's a lie, you don't believe that person. We believe the things we see with our own eyes, right? If someone says, I saw a ghost last night, you'd say, really? But if you see a ghost, then you would believe it's true. But again, if you tell other people, they might not believe you. They might not think you are telling the truth. For example, Justin just likes to joke around. You don't have to believe his story. Justin just likes to joke around. You don't have to believe his story.Believe
这个动词表示相信，其实在日常生活中啊，或者是比如说有首西洋老歌很有名，就是 I believe I can fly. Can you sing that?
I believe I can fly.
很有名啊，或者是这个
I believe I can touch the sky.
Yeah， 这个应该有听过吧？或者是这个也有很常见的俗谚是 Believe it or not， 信不信由你。For example, Believe it or not, J. Joe is my cousin.
Really?
信不信由你。
Really? Oh.
周杰伦是我的表哥，可能不是真的啦。那刚刚这个例句呢，则是 Justin 喜欢乱开玩笑，所以呢，你不用相信他的故事啦。那回到这个骗子 John 呢，他已经想好说辞了，他就说这个 Howard Garrett 不会相信一个外国人，不会相信他是，大家记得他说他是美国人，所以 Nathan 呢得自己去。Sounds like a reason.
Is J. Joe really your cousin?
No, he's not.Believe it or not. No.
Jolene?
No.
Anyone famous?
No. Just a regular
I'm
family.
so disappointed. Let's come back for review time.